And hello, welcome to another video from Planet Papa, and coming here from bipolar Pennsylvania, where it's 70 degrees one day, 60 the next, 30 the next, snow, and then back and everything in between. But such is life. Wanted to do a quick video. A lot of people talking online about this, as you know, big wrestling fan, and Wrestlemania is coming up, the granddaddy of them all. And the one thing that everybody is talking about online right now is the ticket prices. And, you know, and I get it, and I agree. I mean, the ticket prices right now are ridiculous. And I don't go through StubHub, you know, because that's, or, you know, websites like that, because that's people that's buying it and reselling it, so they're always jacking up the prices there. This is actually coming from the WWE website, where the nosebleed seats right now are going anywhere from $250 to about $350. I mean, that is the top upper deck. Floor seats I've seen anywhere from like $3,000 to about as high as $16,000. I mean, look, I'm a diehard WWE fan. I've watched professional wrestling since I was a kid. I mean single digits, 6-7 years old is when I first started watching wrestling. And WWE is going to price itself into a very bad situation, because, and not just for WWE, but for professional wrestling as a whole. And I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why you have fans of wrestling to this day, I mean, I'm 50 years old, but one of the reasons why you have fans my age to this day is because we had parents, you know, we watched it on TV on Saturday mornings. We watched Saturday Night Main Event. You know, I used to go, you know, before the Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza was around, where, you know, now you can see Smackdowns and Raws there. I used to go to the old Scranton CYC, where I saw, you know, Bob Backlund, Tito Santana, Randy Savage, the Hart Foundation, Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, just to name a few. The Undertaker. You know, like, you know, you used to be able to take your kids to see the show and it'd be at an affordable price. Whereas, you know, like, I mean, even $350 or $200, you know, $250, $350. I mean, even that's kind of pricey. I mean, you're putting yourself in a very precarious situation, where you not only are going to put yourself in the hurt locker when it comes to business, but you're also going to be hurting professional wrestling as a whole. Because, as I said, one of the reasons why you have fans my age to this day is, you know, we had easy access to the product. We could go see it live. You know, now you have Monday Night Raw is only on Netflix. And while some platforms like Xfinity, you know, you can get Netflix as part of the package, but not everybody is going to be willing to pay, you know, $24 a month, or, you know, I mean, you have different packages. 26 is the extreme package. I think it's the premium package. But even the smaller package is at, like, you know, like 17 or 20 bucks, 17 bucks or something like that. I mean, not a lot of people are going to be willing to pay that, you know, and, you know, so you're going to have less people watching, less younger people watching. And, you know, as time goes on, in the long run, it's going to hurt you, Because if I'm not watching it, if your kids aren't watching it when they're, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old, they get older, they're not going to watch it. And then you're hurting the product down the line. I mean, now CM Punk went out on this Monday Night Raw this past week, and in the promo, he called out TKO. Now, I take it with a grain of salt as whether or not it was, if he actually did go off script, or whether, they let him put that in his promo, like just, to, get like, eyes on the product. But, I mean, WWE, I mean, let's be honest, they are the big dog in the game. They are. I mean, it's not even remotely close. They're making boatloads of money. But if they think they don't have competition with AEW, or, that like they think, they can't catch us. Once upon a time, WWE thought that about WCW, and we all know what happened there. Now, as far as, paying for pay-per-views on, on the ESPN platform. I mean, look, we had a good run with Peacock, where you could get Peacock, like I said, Xfinity included free in their cable package, but if you didn't, you can get it for $9.99 a month. I mean, it's no different on that end when you had the WWE network paying $9.99 a month. You see a lot of the AEW marks saying, well, like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Well, if you want to see an AEW pay-per-view, you have to pay $50 a month. At least with the ESPN platform, it's $26 a month, and, at least you get a lot of other things on that just besides WWE. But I mean, as far as ticket prices for going out and, seeing a live event, it's ridiculous. I mean, this past December, it was the weekend of John Cena's retirement match. We were at Friday Night Smackdown, and we had second level seats, and those tickets were $135 a ticket. I mean, that's ridiculous. And the only real big star there, because I'm assuming everybody was in Washington, D.C., Cody Rhodes made a brief appearance early in the show, but after that, I mean, it was basically, mid-card wrestlers. I mean, it really wasn't anything to write home about. But let me know what you think. I just, like I said, I think that WWE, unless they smarten up and make the tickets affordable for everybody to go to, especially when you're having less pay-per-views, in the United States, they're having a lot more overseas pay-per-views. Now they have WrestleMania is going to be in I think Saudi Arabia next year, or I can't remember. I know it's going to be overseas. They have a lot of pay-per-views overseas, and outside of the United States this year, a lot more than they used to. I mean, you could be hurting yourself. But let me know what you think. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit the subscription button, smash that notification bell. We'll see you next time.